like-minded individual who is here to fulfill tasks for your kingdom. I pray that you bless us as we do not walk in the step of the wicked, but we delight in your law. I pray that we meditate on your law day and night so that we can be blessed in our meetings. Let your law be evident in our meetings also so that we can prosper. Amen.
Amen. We'll do the Pledge of Allegiance and the Texas Pledge. Here we go. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor to the Texas flag, I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. We have a quorum, myself, Teddy Harney, Ray Lambeth, and Crystal Stars. Do we have any citizen comment, please? Okay, first, if the board would please read and approve the minutes from the last meeting.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
Second.
Motion by Ray, second by Teddy, all in favour?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 4-0. New business, item 2. Consideration and action to recommend approval or denial of an ordinance amending the Code of Floresville, Title 15, Land Use, Chapter 153, Zoning, relating to regulations of planned unit developments, or PUD. Do we have any citizen comment on that? I have some questions that maybe you can answer, Andy. I don't understand why they are asking for the PUD, planned unit development, on R1, R2, B, C and M zoning districts. That's just a blanket approval to do everything at whatever size they want below the city, including commercial. It makes no sense at all. Industrial. Who put this request in?
There was Rob Killen who did the presentation with the joint meeting between the planning and zoning, yes sir, and the city. So we had him do his presentation. He informed everybody of what a PUD was, what the plans were, but that's all we got was a presentation. So to move this project either forward or deny it, now we're here at the planning and zoning first, and then it'll go to city council after.
I must admit I wasn't expecting such a blanket request.
Carte blanche, I believe, is it not?
Carte blanche, yeah. Well, that's real popular
So a
tonight.
lot of states are moving more to the PUDs instead of HOAs, and it makes sense to do all of these things, but that is a lot of, gosh, commercial and industrial and, goodness. There's a map. Yes, right here. It's on the right map. It's on my plan.
And they also want to change our setback line? I'm assuming on the end of that.
Yeah, anything contained that we got for the approval or denial is in your packet, and that's specifically what's in there.
Right.
You know,
But if this proposal was to be approved, I mean, they'll let the dogs out. It's just, I can't believe this.
It's kind of a free-for-all, yeah.
But to me, and unless somebody can prove it different, it takes the control away from the planning and zoning, takes control away from the city. And then you end up with 40-foot lots everywhere, and all we've done is build tomorrow's slums.
Well, everything will have to be approved by you guys first. It will go through the city council for the PUD ordinance.
and who are you?
I'm an engineer for CEC. So
What is your name?
I'm Lance Sally from CEC. And so the PUD ordinance, it doesn't really open up the floodgates to free-for-all. It'll have to get approved by you guys for it to move forward. And I think we're trying to go from 40 to 45-foot lots. And so we're not going to just submit it and go build it. We'll submit it, and you guys will have to approve it and be like, this PUD is acceptable, we're good with moving forward, or it's not acceptable, and these are the conditions why we're denying it, and they can come back later and be like, we changed our conditions, and it meets y'all's, what y'all want for the PUD and so forth, so.
So maybe I'm not understanding the map along with the list here, but explain to me where on this map any of this is going to be.
That's on the read.
Oh, that's
The next one.
So you did this?
Yes. Yeah, we did
I have
that
a
last.
question. What does Guadalupe County have to do with
They
the
don't have
PUD in
to-
Wilson
just have
County?
AP.
No, that might be this type on there. And this is a preliminary plat, so we will be able to modify it as we go, kind of, we'll make sure it has all the.
Plat records of Guadalupe County, deed records? I was curious about that.
Yeah,
It's a typo?
I think we probably write it over from another project and just didn't revise it, but it'll get revised for final.
Okay.
But where is this?
There's several lots that are not 45, and I don't even like 45-foot lots, personally. And I did get to it.
Yeah, I think, so right now there's a code where it's 50-foot lots, and the setbacks are actually less than, or more than the 5 feet. So the house in the 50-foot lot would be smaller than the house in the 45-foot lot that we're proposing, with 5-foot setbacks on each side, which still follows the code. And I think it's 10 foot between buildings, so 5 foot for one lot, 5 foot for the other lot, which make 10 foot between the buildings. And it would allow for a bigger house on the lot. So it's a smaller lot, bigger house, because the setbacks are a little smaller.
And all of them would have garages, like would there be a garage?
Absolutely, yeah, it would be 2-car garages, 16-foot driveway. It'll be a 35-foot wide house, because it's going to be 5-foot setbacks on each side. So,
And a 25 front setback? I
it's
believe
either
that's our
it's
decision.
20 or 25, isn't it? And that would also be approved by you guys as well for the PUD. If we varied from the original ordinance, we'd come in and be like, we're going with the 20 or 25 foots, and you guys would have to be good to go with that.
Can you clarify, because it was confusing when I was reading the ordinances today, is it 20 or 25?
It's stated in the ordinance as 20.
I'm sorry?
I think it's in the ordinance, it's stated as 20, correct?
In their ordinance.
And like, and this is something that we need to know as a committee, or be aware that there's item A for the ordinance, and then item B, which is the
Which is
development
subdivision,
specific.
yeah.
No, I very patient.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
No
I
problem.
was confused.
So we're just dealing right now with the principle of PUD.
Yeah,
Not the subdivision,
But,
it's going to be item B.
without our city attorney here, I would like to table it.
If you've got a proposal, that's,
I propose that we table this due to our city attorney's absence.
I have a motion to table from Teddy. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Ray. All in favour?
Aye.
Motion carries 4-0. Items tabled until we can have the city attorney here. We all do. I agree. You know how long the city attorney's going to be up? I hope she's not too ill.
I will contact her tomorrow to see where she is. It just happened today. So.
If y'all have any more questions, you can feel free to reach out to me as well.
Yeah, I'd like to get your phone number if I can.
Yeah, I do have a lot of questions, but it's kind of with the microphone.
What was the name of your company again?
Civil Engineering Consultant,
I thought
CEC.
you said CDC. I'm
No,
like, oh,
CEC.
you're right. Oh, CEC. Okay.
Does that stand for Guadalupe?
Yeah.
No.
Ooh. Excuse me. Item 2 under new business, item 2B under new business is consideration and action to consider the approval of a preliminary plat for the Lodi Grove planned unit development being 25.675 acres out of 31.475 acres, measured remainder of tracts 8, 9 and 10 of the MQ's subdivision of tract 9 of the Adams and Wick subdivision of the Erocha Grant, volume 672, page 71 DR of Wilson County, Texas. If you're not confused after that, you should be. Basically, they want to build a subdivision near CVS. It's Lennar Homes, and you are requesting
How many homes is this?
94 residential homes.
and for this, you would need 40-foot lots or less, or
For this, we wouldn't need the PUD to pass, we have an alternate plan, but if the PUD passed, it would be the 94 lots right there across from CVS. So this plat right now is kind of conditional upon the PUD. So if the PUD was tabled, then
what would happen if the PUD was to decline?
then we would go with 50-foot lots, which is just 5 feet bigger than the 45-foot lots. We would lose 9 lots, so it would be...
So are you building 2 stories mostly?
It'll be a combination of 2-story and 1-story. So the 1-stories will have a smaller backyard, the 2-stories will have a larger backyard essentially.
And then the square footage is like on average
It's going to be around 3,600 square feet.
each
For a
house?
two-story.
No, let's see.
3,600 square feet.
Well, a little under, yeah, it's going to be around 3,000.
Big
It's going to be decent-sized houses, yes. So they're not like a bunch of little matchbox houses. They're going to be decent-sized houses.
It's going to be like big houses on no lots. It kind of goes against like what we stand for in Floresville, like honestly. We like lots.
Yes, yes.
We all like that.
Yeah.
I'm privileged because I live on a little bit of acreage, but we do need affordable housing. We got just trying to buy houses in Floresville, that's crazy.
3,600 square foot homes, I don't know they're going to be terribly affordable. What
Well, it'll be from the 180 range. It'll be 180. I think the owner, that's an owner question, but last time we were here in the meeting, the P&Z, he mentioned 180 to 240 for these houses.
Do you have a minimum or maximum square footage size for that subdivision?
Wouldn't that be in your HUD document?
I'll ask the owner for that information because they kind of have the floor plans laid out and they know what they're going to do for that, based on how big the lot is. They have like the size pads they'll stick on.
And this is Leonard or Laner or
Lennar,
something?
yes.
Lennar, that builds the little 1-bedroom, 1-bath houses?
Sometimes. In San Antonio, these won't be 1-bedroom, 1-bath. Yeah, in San Antonio, the lots have gotten down to 25 feet wide. So that means that the houses are 15-foot wide houses. So they have a 1-car garage and they've gotten really small. So a 45-foot wide lot is actually pretty big in San Antonio now. So,
Well, congratulations,
Yeah.
San Antonio, we ain't
yeah.
San Antonio. Those 6 down here aren't real tickled about all that.
So as a real estate professional, my concern is that our price per square foot continues to climb, and the more communities that we have that have what he's calling, like affordable housing, the more it brings, like, just this neighborhood that's over here is gonna cause all those houses at the golf course to lose, like, those people are not gonna gain a lot of equity over time because it's gonna be compared on the second sale against that big neighborhood. It's huge, and houses are so close together. And the more neighborhoods we have like this, the less we have our anonymity, and we're different, and it's just, I mean, I know we need affordable housing, but I don't know if we need it at the price of, like, everybody's price per square foot going lower instead of higher. Because the ships all float at the same level.
The land will add value to those houses, because it's lots of land adds value to those, you know, so. But I understand.
And what is the size of the home?
Size of the home?
The minimum?
On the 45-foot lots, there's 5-foot side setbacks, so that'll be a 35-foot wide home, and then it'll be around 70 feet deep, 70 to 75-foot deep pad, so.
I mean,
What square footage of the minimum square?
It's not like a
75 times the 35,
35.
so it's just 75 times 35. So this is a 2,600 square foot is right there on that one, and that is that's a 1-story, so they could also 2-story it as well and add square footage.
it's a lot.
We'll have homes that have done this before. Homes that 1,500 square feet to double story, 2 stories of 2,500.
And what about multiple family living?
There won't be any multiple family.
No duplexes or any of that?
All single family, yes ma'am. Yeah, so there's
Why do they want those big zoning? I mean, the industrial and the commercial?
I don't know what's up with the like commercial and stuff. I know they want the residential so they can
Sure.
densify it, but
And business, I understand them having
I don't
business.
understand too much about the industrial, but then again, they still have to run it through you guys, so it's not, you know, it's not like.
But they're trying to run it through us.
Well, like, if they're proposed, like, if they're gonna build like an industrial plant, they'll run the plans and everything by you guys.
Exactly.
So,
It doesn't say that,
It
it
doesn't
says
say
we
that,
give
they
them
just
the
wanna have
privilege, that
permission.
we give them carte blanche,
They want
according to
permission.
what they're asking. Not you,
No, they
but
want to ask us.
Uncle Rob.
Well, it's recommended by you on PUD, so it should be okay.
yeah, I think we have to table that too, don't we?
yeah.
If
That's,
I want to be careful when I set a precedent here if we do approve this.
well, we can,
No.
yes, we could, but I
I mean, it looks like a normal subdivision, but
It
it
would
looks
be
like.
down that road.
It's got lots under 40
CVS.
foot.
Yeah,
It's like across from Walmart down that road, it's like little.
Yeah, it's gonna be right across from the CVS right there, so that road's all beaten up and everything.
No, no, I've seen that.
Yeah, we'll
So right there.
35 foot wide now. Of course, we're just not used to seeing that.
Is that this?
We've got some lots in here that are 27 foot.
39, 41.
What are you going to build on a 27 foot wide lot? If you're
So
doing
usually
a
those-
17 foot wide house?
Those 27 footers are, the lower numbers that are not the 45 that you see are in the knuckles right there, and the house will be built a little farther back, so they're able to build it wider. It won't be built right on the front where it's a
You
small.
talking about the pie shaped ones?
Yes.
This one here, Teddy, is like 27
Yeah,
foot.
he's claiming
Well,
the edges.
it's 27 and 15.
Yeah, usually the knuckles will, the fronts are a little smaller, but they're deeper. So you can see how it's like 143 feet deep instead of the typical.
Okay, look at lot number 4.
Number 4.
What the hell's that, Teddy?
Right
That's the one
here.
you're talking about.
No, it's
Yes, yes ma'am.
So how wide is it?
So that's 30,
7 and 5, it's 42.
42, yes ma'am.
Yeah, it's not 45. Next to it, there are two that are 41. Gotta add the two little numbers. After I got, there's one 39.
Yeah, so they'll build a single storage on those lots right there.
They'll build what?
Single story.
Single story.
Long, thin houses.
There's 43, 40.
You want that to be your entrance to that? You want that to be your entrance to that?
This subdivision is proposed on the assumption that we would pass
The ordinances, yeah.
So as we've tabled that
We need to table those also.
until, I don't know.
We'll
the
table
attorney
Wildwood
as well?
County too.
It's a big decision, honestly, because it sets a pretty big precedent. We set a little bit of a precedent with that others.
Full River Bend said.
But the whole PUD thing is a new thing they're doing everywhere instead of HOAs, like it's
Well, no, there'll still be an HOA.
Yeah, still the HOAs.
The PUD is kind of, the PUD is like a tool, it's flexibility. So I think right now the residential standard is 75-foot wide lots, and then there's another standard that allows 50-foot, and with this PUD, we're asking for the 45-foot wide lots.
yeah,
But,
it's just 5 foot.
it'll still have an HOA, and the HOA will be responsible for mowing and maintaining all the green space within the subdivision, so the city doesn't have to go out there and mow the big 900 lots, we call them open spaces, big drainage easements, the HOA.
Yeah, I was looking at the drainage.
So
Have you got any figures on what the revenue is to the city off this subdivision?
I believe they have, but I do not have those numbers.
Okay.
One question that I have for the committee is you're tabling these two items. What would you like the staff to gather for you if it does come back?
Well, as the separate items, on the tabling of the PUD, we would like the city attorney here, because we all have questions for him. Certainly on the subdivision, which can be approved even if the PUD is turned down. In the subdivision, I'd like a little more clarification on what's being built on the smaller lots. I understand you don't have that, but maybe at the next meeting you can.
Yeah, the owner should be there in the next meeting.
That would be good. And then also I'd like to know what the benefit is to the city, what the revenue is from the subdivision.
Okay.
Because you have to do a mental calculation that if it gets turned down and then they build it to 50-foot lots, there's less houses coming in, so less revenue to the city. So we can't weigh that up if we don't have the figures.
Okay, we'll get that for you because I know that the developer would like to move on one or the other. So of course they'd like to have more lots to sell, but we'll look at the financial impact in regards to that.
We're quite prepared to come back next week if the city attorney is available. I know we're not going to keep you waiting another month, as long as you bring the beer.
We could decide today and just say we want
Do I have a proposal to table this item?
I propose that we table, the second item.
Item B?
2B.
A second.
Okay, I have a motion to propose from Teddy and a second by Ray. All in favour?
Aye.
The motion carries 4-0. Motion is tabled. And they kind of link together, so I understand that. Item 2C. Consideration and action to consider the approval of the preliminary subdivision plat establishing Chaparral Ranch subdivision, being a total of 109.161 acres, acres of land consisting of 106.297 acres out of the S&J Orocha Grant extraction number 1, recorded 1216 PG 115 WCOPR and 0.358 out of the S.J. Orocha Grant abstract number 1, recorded on 1216 PG 446 WCPR, Wilson County, Texas. Basically, this is the subdivision that's going to be in the ETJ that we just approved.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
I noticed your street names and everything. Where's the arena?
It's going to be the cross street.
The street in your house.
In the city? On the city property? No, I'm not across the street.
Again, this is being, obviously, a private enterprise being done. It's in the county. So they just want approval.
Okay.
What street is that it goes out to meet?
Sunshine?
It's Sunnyside, that's what I thought.
County Road 401.
Yeah. Is official.
There's already a bunch of lots out there that Cody has.
Yes, I'm actually directly next to Cody.
Oh, good, okay, yeah. Yeah, it's so pretty back in there. How big are your lots?
Subdivision
The
plan.
smallest lot is 125 feet wide, the largest lot is around 150 feet wide.
They're all 0.75 of an acre roughly?
Some of them are a little bit over an acre, but the majority are right around that 8/10.
So right around an acre.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
That's what we like. That's good.
Bring your chickens in their homes.
Bring your chicken.
Whole pigs.
So I know where Cody's doing his custom, you're right across the street.
You know where Cody's mother or grandmother lived in that metal building?
Yeah.
It's the back property line is our adjacent property.
Okay. And how many is this? It's a lot.
It's 88 lots on 109 acres.
So.
You're not gonna have a builder, you're just gonna sell them.
That's what I was wondering.
I am going to market to, open to the market. Yes, sir.
So you're just gonna sell lots and people can use any building they want? Or you're?
Yeah, I'm not restricting it to any certain building.
And what other kind of restrictions, like, mobile homes, like, you have some building restrictions?
Yes, no, and I do have an HOA company that will help me with the HOA documents.
So are you saying there will be no mobile homes in there?
There will be no mobile homes.
You won't allow.
That?
You gotta allow
Well,
chickens.
I literally
Because
live,
I'm pro-chicken. and-
I live right next door, and my father-in-law and mother-in-law live right next door,
Okay.
and I would have
So
to,
this is interesting.
yeah, I would be evicted.
You're in deep doo already.
That, yes, sir. They're actually the first committee that I have to go to for any plans out here.
Unelected committee.
Correct.
So you haven't put together what you're gonna stipulate yet?
I do have an HOA packet already, very similar to what I've done on Art Show at 775 and 181.
Okay, so like, bigger than 1,600, like, big 1,600 square feet and like.
Yes, there's minimums, lot sizes, there's minimum masonry on the front, stuff like that.
That's okay.
Restrictions like minimum square footage and stuff like that.
I do have them right now. I think the minimum was 1,500 or 1,600 square feet. We had masonry on the front side and any side adjacent to,
And then the other building has to match, if you
roads.
build something else, it has to kind of match your house.
Ma'am?
That's the way most of the neighborhoods out there are, like, if you build another building, it has to kind of match your house.
correct, for I guess a detached garage or something like that.
And how much is the setback on these suckers?
It's the county setbacks, I believe it's 25 in the front, it's 15 on the sides and the rear.
See how lucky you are?
Out there in Eagle Creek, they got a 50-foot setback on some of those older stuff.
Eagle Creek's been good now.
That's a state of,
It's a deed restricted community. So they all should be.
How much are they gonna run? The lots?
For what we have in it, we're looking at least 65 or 70,000 a lot.
how much?
65 or 70,000 per lot.
That's right. That's about right.
They're just gonna fly like hot cakes.
Yeah. They will.
Can I
I
sell
hope
them?
you're right. I hope you're right.
The smaller half acre lots in civil original, I don't know, 60.
Yeah.
Tiny lots.
But it's pretty back in there,
Does the board have any more questions on this?
I have no more questions.
Okay.
so. Okay.
Right?
David?
I don't know.
You don't have any?
Okay, I'll make a proposal that we approve the preliminary subdivision plat establishing Chapel Ranch subdivision being a total of 109.161 acres, consisting of 106.297 acres out of the S&J Roadship Plan Abstract Number 1. Stop in there.
I'll second it.
Proposal by me, second by Crystal. All in favour?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Abstain.
Sorry?
Abstain.
Okay, 3-0. Motion carries 3-0, 1 abstention.
Got it?
It is unless you got proposed to do it, Julie.
I can move that we adjourn.
Motion by Teddy, second by me. All in favour?
Aye.
We are adjourned.